Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub.com. Time for another movie review. Just pumping them out. Alright, this one's called The Strange Ones. I found it on DirecTV. Tomato meter. 78% from the critics, 80% from the audience. Kind of pretty good there. IMDb, I gotta give you that, right? IMDb 6.2. It stars Alex Pettyfer. You recognize him from the first Magic Mike. He was in that film. Evidently caused some trouble on the set, but that's neither here nor there for this movie. Him and Channing Tatum didn't get along, but you know, I digress. He was also, what was that movie? I Am Number 4. I think it was. I Am Number 4. I thought that was a pretty neat movie. I wish they would have continued with that series, but they didn't. He was in that as well. So talented young actor. This movie is about two brothers who are traveling across country. What seems like a normal vacation, but some mysterious things and strange things start happening. That's all I really got from the synopsis, so I don't know. It's only an hour and 21 minutes, and hour and 21 minutes, I'm getting it on DirecTV. So here's a little side note for those of you who watch movies as much as I do. I mean, there's a cost to this. It's $7.99 to rent it. I get it, it's like before theaters, which is great. But that's kind of expensive. Normally I would wait until it's out on Blu-ray, and it's like $4.99, $5.99 from DirecTV. Or you get it at Redbox. Redbox has great deals. And then there's the guy at my grocery store. There's a guy at the grocery store, and he has, you know, all the latest DVDs. It's like a Redbox, but it's like his. I forget what it's called, but you can get all the movies as soon as they come out there. The only thing is their DVDs are not Blu-rays. That's, you know, but that's a nice way to do it. I'm not running out tonight in the cold. I'm sticking to what I can, so I'm paying $7.99. Now, the reason I tell you that story is because the great thing here was when I brought it up on my phone to see, oh, let's see, it says for every movie that you stream, the money will go to the homeless. So I was like, okay, it's worth it now to pay the $7.99 to watch this hour and 20-minute movie. Because it's going to a good cause. So, I know, side note, whatever. So enough of that. Enough about me. Let's get into this movie, and I'll really tell you what it's about in a couple minutes. Stick around, and you'll learn, and let you know if it's worth $7.99 to you today, or you should wait until you get it for free, or you shouldn't watch it at all. Okay, enough gabbing. Let's go. See you in a bit. Hey, everybody. Sorry, no check-in tonight. We're right at the credits. I normally like to do a couple check-ins, at least one, but it was only an hour and 22 minutes, and there was nothing interesting to stop. But real quick before I continue, I want you to hear this. That's what played throughout most of the movie. I don't know what instrument it is, maybe a flute, some woodwind thing, but hopefully you can hear it. But it was just like that the whole time. So, save it. Even though it's an hour and 22 minutes, I'm going to save you that hour and 22 minutes. This is not a recommended watch. I'm surprised the ratings are that high. I mean, I get there's an artsy part of it, I guess, but very predictable, I think. It really didn't even have an ounce of interestingness, if that's a word, until the hour mark. And that's only 1:18, so I stopped it before the 1:22, so there's still 4 minutes left. So there's really 18 minutes of content, I believe. The whole first hour was about two boys, an older boy and a younger boy. You know, I'm going to say 26 to 30 to maybe 10 to 15. I don't know. You know, they're the two ages of boys, and they're basically driving across country, sleeping in the car a little bit, eating in the diner, you know, just talking. The boy has flashbacks about, you know, the house burning, things like that. Seeing a beer bottle on the floor, or beer can on the floor, spilling, telling his, you know, the older boy with him that, you know, he has a hard time sleeping at night, he's, you know, that kind of stuff. So you kind of get where it's going. They're obviously running away from something that they did. And it just goes on like that. They end up going into the woods, into a cabin where they spend the night there. And then ultimately they're found. And I don't really want to spoil it for you, but I think I should, because I don't think you need to watch this. You know, the older Alex Pettyfree, or whatever his name is, he was okay, you know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of dialogue. They're very quiet and brooding kind of characters. And the boy, though, he was, I mean, I get it. Evidently he's supposed to be damaged, so he's got this very dull personality that, you know, doesn't respond, doesn't talk, just one-word answers, that kind of thing. But I get it. It's, you know, because of what has happened to him, which you don't really find out. So the whole first hour is just like these two kids traveling, pretty much, and nothing major even happens throughout that whole part of it. You're just left to your imagination of what has happened. Very easy to figure out. And then, like I said, at the hour mark they start. Basically at the hour mark they kind of summarize the whole thing, and it could have been over then. And they threw one last final, very obvious plot twist at the end. It's you know, it's not worth your time. Then it ends even poorly. So I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm close to a 4, but 5 or a 4. What does it matter? It's a strong recommendation. Do not watch. I am so happy. I think I misspoke earlier. My $7.99 is not going towards this movie. It's going to feed the hungry. So I went back and read it. During the movie, I was like, I better see where my money's going for this, because I am so glad it's for charity, because it wasn't worth a dime. But hopefully I saved you some time. And I'm going to pause there for a second. And if you're going to watch this movie, you can stop it. If you're not going to watch this movie, hang on. I'll give you some quick spoilers, and I'll tell you the whole movie. So just hang on. So 4 or 5, Kimmel'sIrishPub.com. Thanks. Pause it there. Stop it there if you want to watch this movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler alert. All right. So what happens is, basically the whole thing is these kids are running. The house is on fire for whatever reason. You come to find out that basically the kid had a father who was abusive. Okay, and he hung out with the kid across the street, the older kid, who babysat him while he went to work. Well, a relationship builds between those two. And because the guy was so abusive, they lead you to believe that the older boy, you know, killed the father and sets the house on fire. So that's really easy to tell throughout the whole thing, that you kind of figured that's what's going to happen. And that is what happens, and this is why this kid's all kinds of crazy. And then, but then, you know, the cops find the older boy, and they get a gun battle, and he's done. And then, so the kid finds a farm, whatever. You know, the police eventually find him as well, and that's where that story comes out. But then, as time goes on, you come to learn that it wasn't the older boy who did the killing. It was actually the younger boy. Ooh, big plot twist there. So, you know what I mean? Like, you could see that coming too. I really thought that, okay, I get it. And the older boy helped him cover it up and helped protect him, but they were still kind of in that little bit of relationship. So, that's it. That's the movie. You got it all right here at Kimmel's Irish Pub. Takes $7.99, and you go feed the hungry yourself. Don't worry about watching this film. Turn something else on. All right, that's it. KimmelsIrishPub.com. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, comment, all that stuff. I like when you watch my show.